What's up, Star Wars fans? Welcome back to the Hyperspace Database. I'm Jonesy the Mandalorian, your host here with today's topic, the Scimitar Assault Bomber. The Scimitar Assault Bomber was an advanced Imperial fighter-bomber hybrid developed by Scimitar Fleet Systems for the Empire, and was a modified version of the original TIE bomber line, which in turn was part of the TIE series of fighters. The ship was 13.8 meters or 45 feet long, and had a maximum atmospheric cruising speed of 1,150 kilometers per hour, or 715 miles per hour with its single-ion engine. The ship did not originally come with a hyperdrive system installed, but it could be modified to house one, and the ship came with deflector shields equipped, which was unlike many of the other TIE fighter variants that were in use. The ship was crewed by a pilot and a bombardier, and the craft was heavily armed and armored for a small fighter. It was armed with 2 laser cannons, and in its many different missile racks, it was capable of holding up to 32 concussion missiles. It was also armed with thermal detonators and proton grenades that could be dropped from missile chutes along the underside of the ship. The Scimitar was also quite maneuverable, as it was rumored to be even more agile than an X-Wing, but not quite as maneuverable as a TIE Interceptor. The ship was divided into 3 different sections, with the forward section containing the cockpit and command module, while the middle section held the targeting sensors and power generators, and the rear section of the ship was where the bomb bay and engines were located. Fun fact, the cockpit of the Scimitar Assault Bomber could detach to function as an escape pod, which was very rare, as most TIE fighters required their pilots to wear life support suits due to a lack of escape pod and life support systems. The Scimitar Assault Bomber has quite the unique history, as it is seen in various different Star Wars projects, from the Star Wars role-playing game, to the Crimson Empire comic books, to the Thrawn trilogy novel Dark Force Rising, and the new Jedi Order novel The Unifying Force. During the events of the novel Dark Force Rising, Grand Admiral Thrawn undertakes a daring campaign against the newly formed New Republic, and attempts to reclaim the core worlds from the Rebels' control. Due to the New Republic releasing new and improved starfighters, like the E-Wing for example, the Empire needed new designs, and so the Scimitar Assault Bomber was born. The ship is also seen in the Crimson Empire comics under the use of ex-Royal Guardsman Kirkanos, who used one of these formidable fighters as a Trojan horse bomb to destroy the Imperial II-class Star Destroyer over the planet Yinkor, which was under the command of former Guardsman Karnor Jax at the time. The Assault Bomber was seen as late as 30 years after the Battle of Yavin at the final Battle of Coruscant, where squadrons of scimitars were used by elite units of the Galactic Alliance against the Yuuzhan Vong and their biotic ships. Speaking of elite squadrons of scimitars, one of the most famous scimitar units was known as the Scimitar Assault Wing, or White Death, and was led by Captain Tomax Bren, who not only was an elite bomber pilot, but was also a gifted engineer, as he helped design the scimitar for Grand Admiral Thrawn. This unit was comprised of 72 of these new fighter bombers, and was instrumental in the assault on the planet Mrist during Thrawn's campaigns. The Scimitar Assault Bomber was a formidable addition to the Imperial Remnant's forces under Grand Admiral Thrawn, and was a perfect unit for the elite pilots of the Empire, with their superior speed, maneuverability, and armament making them quite the deadly bombers to contend with. Want to know more about Star Wars topics just like this one? Stick around to the end for some secret trivia, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and you can check out my other videos for great Star Wars content. Be sure to follow the show on social media and chat me up in the comments too, because I love talking to you guys. Super special shout out to my Gold Captain level Patreon supporters Nick Sutphin, Mist2003, and Matthew Scott. Your guys' continued support is super appreciated and you make the show function. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to chat with me in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode.